hear
Morning,
me?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Say today we will be starting a new topic. All right. So this is new topic means that portion of the biomolecules and all we have done. Now we will start. This is the structural organization of plant. Son of plants. Okay. So this chapter, in this chapter, the structural organization of plant. Of course, this is in unit 5. And here that the root, stem, leaves, inflorescence, flower, fruit, and then the seeds, etc. also we will take care. This portion will be, that is the plant morphology. Okay. Plant morphology, of course, the structural organization in this plant morphology as well as the anatomy portion comes. That is the external and internal. All right. So from here we will finish this topic as quick we can, and this is very simple. You have to go through this chapter, and there is not much difficult. You have to just remember as many time you can read this chapter, and mostly there is examples and based on examples, so you have to remember a lot. And here, so we will go through some questions, and side by side we will discuss. All right. So this is, say, this one is our the first question. The first question is, which among the following option contain mismatch pair? This is mismatch. Okay. So that's see, one is that direct elongation of the radicle, primary root system originating from the stem base is fibrous root. Roots are not arising from the radicle, stilt root. And the constitution of the primary root and its branches, tap root system. So which one is not matching?
Option C, sir.
Yes, option C is not matching. So our answer will be option C. See here, the root arise from radicle. Okay, and this CLE. Okay. So root arises from the radicle, and the first that one arise, this is the primary root. All right, the primary, and then this primary root give rise its lateral branches. So the primary root and the lateral branches, it form the taproot system. In any taproot system you will get that there is a main one, and from here this branches are there, secondary branches, tertiary branches, and different level of branching is there. So this forms the taproot system. So constitution of the primary root means the primary roots branches, they form the taproot system. And you should remember that the taproot system is the characteristics of dicot plant. Okay. In case of monocot, this primary root does not stay for long. Okay. So instead that primary root get spoiled, degenerate, and then from the base of the stem, particularly you can say from the base of the that the plumule base, which plumule forms the stem, and base of the stem there is bunch of fibrous or fiber like root. They don't have much branching, so that is the fibrous root system. This fibrous root system is characteristics of monocot plant. Grasses, bamboo, okay, all these, all our paddy, maize, wheat, these are the monocot. In them, it is the fibrous root system. This, and there is the third one is one root is known as adventitious. And adventitious roots that arise from any part of the plant, arise from any part of plant other than radicle. Okay, and this one can develop from the stem, any portion of the stem or the branches, they can develop from the root, sorry, uh, not the root. Of course, there are some types of roots are there from there also adventitious branches they developed, and this leaves. So stem branches, leaves mainly they developed. So this is the adventitious roots, and adventitious root is found in both monocot as well as dicot. Okay, so taproot is dicot, fibrous root is monocot, and adventitious root is in both. So this one, the stilt root, this is actually the adventitious root. This developed from the main stem, okay, from the nodes, and usually they grow oblique. In this one is found in case of maize plant, in bamboo, In sugarcane, pandanus, screwpine. In these, so they provide the additional mechanical support to the plant. Right? Next question, what is coming? Which of the following is incorrect? Say during the exam, okay, we do some of the mistake that not reading the question properly, and when particularly when the question is a bit easy, all right, when the question is easy, we do very fast, and at that time some of the portions we may make mistake like this. Here it is incorrect. Some questions are which one is correct. So incorrect, correct, or sometime what we miss, that maybe question, entire question we are reading and the last word we are not reading properly, and then we make mistake. So those things you have to be very careful. Mm, So this one here is incorrect. Sometime this correct incorrect one, no, they usually print in little bit bold letter so that the students can notice it. Okay, here. So which of the following is the root help in water and mineral absorption from soil? This is the primary function of the root, is it? Root has function, that is root provide proper anchorage. So these two, okay, these two are the primary function we call that fixation, absorption. These two are the main, and next come to the that next function is, that is conduction and storage, that store food material, and conduction is transport the absorbed water and mineral from the root to the stem. So there is conduction also, and a storage. Of course, not all the roots they carry out storage. Root store food material and synthesize plant growth regulator. This also is one of the important function, that some of the plant growth regulator like auxin, cytokinins, no, they are synthesized in the fast dividing cells, means fast growing tissue of the plant. So fast growing tissue, the dividing cells are there in the root meristem. So in the root meristem, in the root, the growth regulator also is synthesized. These are all the function of the root, main function. So this is correct, this is correct, this is correct. Root lack meristematic activity. This one is not correct. So incorrect statement is that D, the root lack meristematic activity. Root has the meristematic activity. Root has meristem, because the in plant meristems are present in the at the mainly at the tip of the organ, root tip, shoot tip, leaf tip. Okay, so This statement is wrong. Next, come to here. This question is, I have to make it small, otherwise the entire portion you cannot see. Okay, I say the question is, that is, which of the following statement is incorrect, is correct here with respect to the given figure showing different zone of a typical root. I think this is a very familiar picture for you all, is it? This is the different part of a growing root. No, in a young root, what are the different part? Different part, you know, that the most at the tip of the root there is a root cap for the protection, is it? Then root cap covers protect the area of the root where the cell divide very fast. That is the reason of meristematic activity, where cell divide continuously, and this is protected by root cap. Then beyond this meristem meristematic activity, there is a region of elongation. Here the newly formed cell elongate, and after that the region of maturation. Here the cell start maturing. Okay, in this region there is first thing, that is the root hair. So this one is also known as root hair zone. And beyond this, if we go beyond this, then this portion is mature root. Okay, mature zone. This one is maturing and this one is matured. Right. So now these are the statement. Part B. Part B helps in absorption of water. Quiescent center is present in part B. Part A is most suitable for anatomical studies of the root. Differentiation of the cell can be observed in part C. See here, part A, part B, part C. Part A, this is the root hair zone. Part B is the zone of elongation, and part C is the meristematic zone. The root cap has not been given any part. Of course, maybe this also may be marked as a part D, but the question is with the part A, B, C. So which one, particularly part B and C? Oh, part A also is. So which portion is correct? Yes. Which statement is correct? Answer. Which one? Hello? Anyone? Say this one, this region of meristematic zone, this is for cell division, is it? New cells arise. This one is for protection, safety, and this portion is cell enlargement. And this is the portion here the cell enlarge only. There is no specialization of the cell. Okay. And in this portion from here, this enlarged cell start maturing. Okay. And this is a reason of maturation. This is a maturation that cell, during this maturation, what happens? The cell get specialized for a particular work. So their shape, size, etc. may change according to the function they have to carry it out. Here only these cells will change into, some cell will be parenchyma, some will be collenchyma, some will be sclerenchyma, this xylem, phloem, okay, and also organs, etc. see start developing from here. Pericycle, endodermis, etc. will start developing here. Okay. Before that, in this region, there is nothing like that. So here is maturation. Maturation is known as, that is the cell differentiation. All right. Cell differentiation takes place. They become adult. All right. So this is the portion here, this region here, due to the presence of the root here, this is the most suitable part for the absorption of water and mineral. Some minerals are absorbed from this zone of elongation also. Okay, but this zone is most suitable for absorption of water and mineral because the root hairs are there. Okay. But what is written here, part B is mainly help in absorption? No, part B does not help in absorption of water. It is the part A. Quiescent center is present in part B. This is also wrong. Why? What is quiescent center? Say quiescent center you will learn in anatomy. Root, root apical meristem. Actually, say if this is the root apical meristem, the cells start dividing here, meristematic zone is here, but what happened in the center of the meristematic zone, there is a portion where the activity of the cell division is almost nil. The cell division activity is very less, almost nil. This portion within this meristematic zone, that is called the quiescent center. So this is the quiescent center. Okay. So this quiescent center is found where? Not in B. It will be found in this meristematic zone. So it will be in the C. So this one is again incorrect. This is incorrect. Part A is most suitable for anatomical studies of the root. This is very correct because part A is here the zone of maturation. In this zone, that I think in anatomy you study the root anatomy, stem anatomy, that in the primary root, you from outside you learn that there are root hairs, then epidermis, hypodermis, then after that the cortex is there, endodermis, pericycle, and then xylem, phloem, protoxylem, metaxylem, everything you get. Means this is the portion where this maturation has taken place, and the all type of tissue we get here in this zone. That's why this is the reason of maturation. So in this one is the correct answer. Part A is most suitable for anatomical studies of the root. D, differentiation of cell can be observed in C. No. Differentiation, I told, it is in A. Okay. Next question. Let's come. Again, identify the mismatch pair. Prop root provide support. Stilt root originate from the stem's nodal part. Pneumatophores help in storing food. Edible root is sweet potato. You have to identify the mismatch pair. Pneumatophores, see here, prop root and stilt root. This is prop root. Prop root and stilt root are for prop and stilt root for mechanical support. The stilt root originate from the nodal part. This is true. And prop root originate from the aerial branches. Pneumatophore is for not for storing food. This one is actually for the respiration. That is gaseous exchange. Gaseous exchange. Edible root, sweet potato, that sweet potato we eat, that is root, and this is adventitious root, and this adventitious root. So edible root is sweet potato. This is also correct. This one, sweet potato, store food. Store food. Sweet potato is for the storage. So you can see this say from your book the pictures are there. Here is this these are the root that store food material. Okay, and this is the pneumatophore. This one is the pneumatophore. So this is for the respiration. This is asparagus plant. It is sowing, not sowing the root of the asparagus. Uh, a stem modification is there. They store in their root. They store food material, fasciculated root. Okay, here is the prop root from the banyan tree, is it? So these are okay. Back to next one. Here, which of the following is not correct? Primary root and its branches make taproot. This is correct. Fibrous root system developed from radicle of embryo. This is wrong. Fibrous root system is common in monocot plant. This is correct. Adventitious roots are found in both the dicot and monocot. This is also correct that I told before. Next question one. Which of the following is not correct here? Say this one is from the this one is from the stem. Okay, let us do something from the root. Parasitic root. Roots carry out many different types of work. Okay, a special that is the root modification. In the root modification, parasitic root or the hostodia are found in which one? Tinospora, trappa, pinus, cuscuta. It is cuscuta, that is the parasitic plant, also known as dodder or the golden vine. Okay, this is in the cuscuta. This is a golden vine that is usually found growing on the other plants, and it covered almost no leaf, yellowish golden yellow color. This one has the hostodia. They have root system. They give rise branches, and those branches they enter into the stem of the host and make contact with xylem and phloem. Okay, so from the xylem they absorb the water, and from phloem they absorb the food. So this is also known as sucking root or hostodia. In the parasitic plant, this type of things are found. Which of the following is a group of ribosome? This is also uh, a stem modification, a stem, all these are mainly, of course. Okay, let's come to the stem portion. Few important things in the root, that is this pneumatophore. They are found in mangrove, okay, in Sundarban. Sundarban, that is deltoid region of the Ganga, in West Bengal. All these the tidal zones, tidal region, and in the coastal region, this type of plants are found that we call the mangrove. In the mangrove, as they grow in very soft, and they have in the soft soil, due to always presence of water, they have high salt condition also there. So these plants growing in the coastal region or in the tidal zones or in the Sundarbans like areas, they have modification in these plants. One is root is stilt root we find for additional mechanical support. We find that for respiration we find pneumatophore, and another one thing that we get the vivipary. Vivipary is, that is the germination of seed. Okay, germination of the seed, uh, when it is still attached with the mother plant. Usually what happen, that the fruit drop from the mother plant and then the seed germinate. Okay, but in this in this mangrove plant, this if the seed fruit or the seed fall in the soil, just where the plant is growing, this soil is highly saline and it is covered by water. So the for germination, what is required, oxygen respiration, and during the time of germination respiration rate is very high, and for that they need oxygen. But in this tidal zone, as soil is covered with the water always, there is no air in the soil. So if the seed or fruit will fall here, they will not germinate. And another thing is, this water is highly saline. Then what will happen? This water, whatever is there in the seed, that will be taken out, because outside concentration of the solution is very high. Okay, osmosis will take in the reverse direction. Otherwise, say during the seed germination, seed first absorb water by imbibition, then it swells up, and then seed coat burst, and then it germinate. But here what will happen? The outside solution is thick, so water from the seed will go out, so the seed coat will not burst. And that's why in this plant, when the fruit is still attached with the mother plant, seed germinate, and so it germinate, grow into a quite big seedling, and after that it fall, detach from the mother plant and fall directly in the soil, and it is the root side is heavy, so, so it's move little bit inside the soil. means plantation also takes place. So that's why this vivipary also takes place in this type of plant, and this plant shows xerophytic character because soil solution is very thick. Otherwise, if they don't have xerophytic character, they cannot survive. You can see some of the mangrove photographs. See these photographs. This one, can you see it clearly? These are the actually root branches coming out from the lower part of the stem. So branching is at the top, and also stem branches, and towards the base there is root branches. So these root provide additional support to the plant. This is mangroves. Here is another you can see here, this one. Okay, this one you can see that the plant is standing with their foot, no? So many like feet, they are standing. So this is providing additional support because it is growing at the tidal zone near the sea. And these are the pneumatophores. This is pneumatophores. This vertical branches, they are actually coming out from the underground root branches, and they have small holes on the surface. So through this exchange of gases takes place. So when there is soil is covered with water also, these pneumatophores, they are well above the water, so they can help in gaseous exchange. Okay, come to this now for this now come to a stem. Which of the following is a group of rhizome? Rhizome is this is this rhizome is modified stem. Modified underground stem for storage of food. Is it? So they are usually they grow horizontally. They have the node, internode, and uh, buds. Okay, so which group is a rhizome? Allium cepa, canna, gingiber. Allium cepa is onion. Okay, here botanical name has been given. Next is canna, gingiber, curcuma. Curcuma is gingiber is ginger, canna, a garden flower, curcuma is turmeric. Okay, this one, the C option is allium sativum. Okay, and this amomum, curcuma, curcuma is turmeric. This one is some other plant. Okay, and then cynodon, this is a grass, canna, and allium cepa. Allium sativum is onion, allium cepa is garlic. Okay, so which group is the rhizome? Any idea? This one, group B, is canna, ginger, and curcuma. This is the rhizome for the storage of the food material. Allium cepa, allium sativum, they have bulb. This one is allium cepa is for that one is bulb. Ginger, canna is of course a rhizome. Cynodon is, this is the runner, subaerial modification. Next, a stem tendril is not present in. Tendrils are, what is tendrils? Tendrils are spirally coiled, spring-like coiled filamentous structure. Filamentous, it is just like a wire, okay, wire-like structure, and this is for climbing and found in climbers. So a stem tendrils are in two type. There is a stem tendril and leaf tendril. A stem tendril. So a stem tendril is present in which one? Passion flower, grapevine, groundnut, lemon. Which one?
Option D, sir.
Option B.
D,
Grape
sir.
D.
Option D. Yes, sir.
D.
Yes, sir.
Lemon.
Yes, sir.
Stem tendril is not present. Sorry. Not present in arachis, groundnut. This also, the question is a little bit, uh, there is a problem in this question. Passion flower, they have tendrils. A stem tendril is there. Grapevine, it is there. In groundnut, that is Arachis hypogea, this is a P group. In this actually, in groundnut, it is leaf tendril in this one. Okay, Arachis. And in lemon, Of course, the tendril is not there. In lemon, it is thorn. Stem modification is in thorn in case of lemon. So this one, there is a little problem here. Okay, but this one, yes, in lemon it is any type of tendril is not present in the lemon. Lemon is thorn. But here, of course, a stem tendrils they have told. So tendril is not there. This one is thorn. Thorn is modification of a stem. Thorn is modification of a stem, and a spine is a modification of leaf. Okay, and thorn is modification of a stem. Which of the following is not phylloclade? Not phylloclade. Opuntia, euphorbia, epiphyllum, asparagus.
Asparagus, sir.
Asparagus is, in asparagus also modification is there. Asparagus modification is, it is cladode. Okay. Cladode is also phylloclade. Cladode is also phylloclade with one or two nodes, having phylloclade having one or two node, or single node or two node. In this, in asparagus we find, in the asparagus we find that for the root modification is, what is that modification? We find fasciculated root. And a stem modification is cladode. Okay, and leaf modification is, leaf is those scale leaves. And those leaf-like in the asparagus, the leaf-like structure that we find in the stem at node, this is the branches, but they look like the leaves, flat green, entire plant is green color. All these, there is phylloclade. Next one, which of the following statement is not correct? Underground stem, turmeric, jamicand, and colocasia modifies for a store of food. A stem tendril develop from internode of a stem. Thorns in citrus and bougainvillea are modified axillary bud. A stem tendril help cucumber and watermelon plant to climb. Which is not correct? This one is correct because this is true, because this store turmeric, jamicand, colocasia, these store, these are for the food storage. A stem tendril develop from internode of a stem, not internode of a stem. This is from the node, and it is at the axillary bud, that which give in normal condition, that say this is a leaf and this is axillary bud. This axillary bud in normal condition will give branches. Okay, this will give branches, but when it modifies, this one developed into, say like in case of citrus, bougainvillea, they have become thorn. Citrus, bougainvillea, and also duranta. Duranta is one very common plant found here in Shillong for the fencing material. Okay, fencing plant, very beautiful fencing plant, that duranta there also is thorn. Okay, so this one is a wrong, and this, so our answer is this. Stem tendril help, this is climbing in cucumber and watermelon, they have all stem tendril. This is some question from the subaerial modification. Lateral branches with short internodes, and each node bearing a rosette of leaves above and a tuft of root below, is found in aquatic plant Pistia and Icornia. This is water hyacinth. Okay, these lateral branches are called, this all these sucker, offset, stolon, these are the subaerial modification. This rhizome is underground modification, and all these are subaerial modification. Okay, this one is offset. Remember that in case of watermelon, there is bunch of root, and from the top there are leaves. Their petiole is, in water hyacinth, petiole is swollen. So there are many leaves are there like this. So there is all in rosette. A stem is very much reduced and it is lateral. And internode, at each node there is new such type of bud will come out, and this one internode is very soft, so they can easily be detached, and the young one will separate from the mother plant, and so this is a mode of vegetative multiplication. So this is the one offset. Stolon is found in colocasia. This also grow, run, and sucker is the one which is found in case of chrysanthemum. Next question that you can see the sucker in banana, pineapple, and chrysanthemum. The lateral branches originate from the basal and underground portion of the main stem and then come obliquely upward. Okay, this is a characteristic feature, that come obliquely upward, giving rise to leafy shoot, and this is known as sucker. Okay, this is subaerial modification. So in banana, pineapple, and next is here is a question from the leaf. The drawing has been given. Given below is the diagram of a typical leaf in which of the following all four parts labeled as A, B, C, and D are correctly identified. Okay, this question, let's start with this. With this question, we will end or say this portion, different portion A, B, C, D, and this one is already written. So what is there? Options are lamina. A is lamina in all these three. D is leaflet. So this is simply not correct. So don't see in this one because A is not leaflet. It is lamina. Leaflet if it was a compound leaf. So B is
It's option B, sir. Sir,
option B.
yes, sir.
B is this one. Is it stipple?
Yes, sir.
Here say B. Here is stipple. Stipple is this one, and this one. C is stipple. Stipples are extra growth or the leaf-like growth at the base of the leaf and in pair, one pair of a structure that come out. So this one is this, one is this. So C is stipule. So this B cannot be. Okay, here below B is stipule written. So the not B is axillary bud. This one is coming out from the, though the drawing is not good because here it is showing just like a branch cutting. They should have shown, drawing should be given. But this B is a axillary bud, C is stipple, and D is a leaf base. So A is the answer, not B. Okay. All right, today up to here. In the next class, we will try to finish those portion, the leaf and leaf modification, and then this inflorescence and flower. Try to, okay, and you go through the book, your NCRT book and practice book for your practice. Okay. Any question do you have? You can bring your some question that you are practicing at home, and maybe in few days we will start that offline also class also. So if you like, you can come there. I think you have been informed, no? Okay, then I'll stop it here.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.